Are you of service to self, or are you of service to others? Which one's right and which one's wrong? Let's talk about it right after the intro. Hi everyone, it's Dave Hansel here and you're watching The Spirit Experience. If you enjoy this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and I'll let you know when I make any other videos in the future. So let's talk about being of service to yourself or being the service of others. Which is right, which is wrong, and is there a difference? At the end of the video, stay tuned for that, and I will tell you where you can get some of the information from that I read about. Really quite interesting. Tell you where to get these books and such, and also let you know which really is right and which really is wrong. Now, some of you may not know this, but I am a big fan of the universal laws. There's many of them. There's 13 main ones that kind of govern the world, our life here on this earth. The law of attraction that a lot of you know about from a billion videos out there to tell you about the law of attraction. There's also the law of action, which is one of my favorites, the law of germination, which is one of my favorites, but one of my most favorite ones is the law of one. Years ago, I ran across a book which was amazing, and it's called Ra, the Law of One. And I started reading it. Very confused me, just confused me. I did not get it at all. So I put it down. But that topic kept popping up for years and years to me, just to investigate it more. So I broke down and I did. I read everything I could on the Law of One, what it's about, what other people had to say about it, what my guides had to say about it, what meditating would say about it. And the biggest thing that I took away from it is this. One, the Law of One, I'll explain in a moment, but it's pretty much the law that we are all connected, not just human beings, but we're connected to everything on this planet, rocks, paper, scissors, flowers, everything. We are all some way intertwined with each other. But the Law of One is stating that also there's a time in this life right now where we're choosing between two polarities, and we're going to call these polarities service to self and to service of others. And people always think service of others is going to be the way to go, because that just sounds like something that God and everybody would love, and the churches would love me if I would serve others. That's fine, you can do that. But service to self is taking care of yourself too. I'm going to give you some examples of what they would be. Let's say our government. I hate to bring up politics, but I'm going to. Our government right now seems to be in service to self, which means everybody is only out for the interests of themselves, not for anybody else. There's a lot of people who may have a lot of money, or people who hoard, or people who are constantly, I don't want to give you this because I might need it, service to self. Or I always have to work on myself because of things that happened in my childhood or growing up. Those people are in service to self. There's nothing wrong with that. You are supposed to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. It's why you're here, to take care of those things. But then there are people who are in service of others. Those are the people who, it doesn't matter what happened to me when I was younger. It doesn't matter what happened to me yesterday. It doesn't matter if things are going crappy or if things are going good. I want everybody else to have the exact same thing I have. I want them to be better people. Those are the people who are in service to others. Now, there are a lot of spiritual people I know. They say, well, I am in service of others, but I'm trying to work on my childhood traumas. That's perfect, because you are being of service to you are being of service to self. So one day you can be of service to others. People always want to coincide those two things together. It's like they are opposites. Me personally, I have stopped really working on myself. I mean, we all really work on ourselves for the most part, but I don't worry about things that happened to me in my childhood or anything else. They just don't concern me anymore. I'm just done with them. I'm done. I'm healed. I got over it. I'm not saying you need to get over it. I don't want to sound cold about it. But when you go into being of service to others, that stuff can't matter anymore, because right now it's no longer all about you. It's all about them. Now, this is where the Law of One comes in. When you make it about others, it is about you, because you are other people are you. We are all one. So when you heal yourself, you heal others. And when you heal others, you heal yourself. There's a teach-learn type of thing. And Ra, in the book of The Law of One, which is by Ra, you should really read that book. There's a whole series. I won't explain the whole thing here, but one thing I really vibrate with is the teach-learn that Ra talks about. Meaning every time you teach something, you learn something. Every time you learn something, you're teaching something. Goes together. Now, I brought this topic up mostly because I see so many people who are trying to choose one. You know, it's like they think one is better than the other. Take that equation out of your head. Being of service to self or of service to others, neither one is good or bad. Neither one is evil or not evil. They are just two opposite polarities that we're going for. We are supposed to choose in these upcoming lifetimes which one we're going to go for. So you have to decide which one feels better to me. Does it feel better to me to be of service to myself? Is that where I should be right now? Do I have any business helping other people when I need to work on myself? Or have I worked on myself? I'm fine with it. I need to work with other people because that is what is making me happy. You got to decide that. And when you decide that, and it might not be in this lifetime, might be a few more, or you may have decided already, who knows? There are consequences for each one. And we don't really know the consequences, and they're not always bad consequences. There are good consequences out there. You just want to do what makes you feel good. And if something is making you feel good, other people are going to just feel good around you. It just works. Like I said, all is one. So just be as happy as you possibly can. Now, if you want to know how to know which one you're doing, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today. Now, if you're a reader like I am, or a psychic, or you're a healer, work with people, and there are days you just don't want to do it because I got a headache or I'm just woo-woo all over the place, it's just not going to work for me today. So you go inwards, and going inwards is being of service to self. So you go inwards and you're like, I'm going to stay home, I'm not going to do it, let's just stop. That's fine, you can do that. Nobody expects anybody to go out and be a perfect healer, reader, anything when they feel like crap. But then if you're one of those people who are of service to others, that stuff's not going to let you stop. It's just not going to. You're going to go, I'm going to take 3 or 4 aspirin, I'm going to get on with my day, and I'm going to do what I need to do to help others. I'm not worried about myself, I am worried about others. And there you go. There are consequences for that, trust me, because I've went through it myself. I've said, you know what, I've gotten myself a little sick because I needed to go help others, and that's what I did. And I didn't take time to take care of myself. You got to have that balance. But you are going to choose one. You are going to choose it. And I'm giving you this information so you can be comfortable in your choice by knowing being of service to self is great. Being of service to others is great. There is no good of it. There is no evil of it. There is no certain way you need to be. Being of service to yourself will teach somebody who's in service to others some lessons, and people who are of service to others will teach people of service to self some lessons. Teach, learn, learn, teach. Teach, learn, teach. It all goes together. So, I know that probably doesn't make any sense, but see if it does. I think it will, if you really think about it. If you want to know more about the Law of One, there is a book called Ra, the Law of One, which is an amazing book. There are a few people on YouTube who teach the Law of One, which I think is absolutely amazing, and they are amazing. If you ask me in the comments section, I will reply to you and give you their channel. I am more than happy to. One guy, his name is Aaron. I can't remember his last name right off bat, but I've watched a lot of his videos, but I never paid attention to his name because he was another person who talked about Ra. And I find when I find other people who talk about that book and the way things are going, it just mesmerizes me, captivates me, because everybody's got this beautiful, wonderful opinion about it, which I just love. So please leave any comments below if you understand this or don't understand this. If this helped you, if this didn't help you, I don't care. Just leave it below in the comments section and I'll see if I can't clear it up for you. In the meantime, be of service to yourself and be of service to others at the same time. And eventually you will figure out and gravitate to where you need to be. Thanks you guys for watching. My name is David Neil Hansel, and go to my website, theywhispertome.com, if you need a reading or if you have any comments or questions. Thank you, and have a great one.